Technician License Exam, Subelement T0 Safety. Question: which of the following is a safety hazard of a 12-volt storage battery? Answer: shorting the terminals can cause burns, fire, or an explosion. Question: what health hazard is presented by electrical current flowing through the body? Answer: all of the following choices are correct. It may cause injury by heating tissue. It may disrupt the electrical functions of cells. It may cause involuntary muscle contractions. Question: in the United States, what circuit does black wire insulation indicate in a 3-wire 120V cable? Answer: hot. Question: what is the purpose of a fuse in an electrical circuit? Answer: to remove power in case of overload. Question: why should a 5-ampere fuse never be replaced with a 20-ampere fuse? Answer: excessive current could cause a fire. Question: what is a good way to guard against electrical shock at your station? Answer: all of the following choices are correct. Use 3-wire cords and plugs for all AC-powered equipment. Connect all AC-powered station equipment to a common safety ground. Install mechanical interlocks in high-voltage circuits. Question: where should a lightning arrestor be installed in a coaxial feed line? Answer: on a grounded panel, near where feed lines enter the building. Question: where should a fuse or circuit breaker be installed in a 120V AC power circuit? Answer: in series with the hot conductor only. Question: what should be done to all external ground rods or earth connections? Answer: bond them together with heavy wire or conductive strap. Question: what hazard is caused by charging or discharging a battery too quickly? Answer: overheating or outgassing. Question: what hazard exists in a power supply immediately after turning it off? Answer: charge stored in filter capacitors. Question: which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? Answer: ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. Question: which of the following is good practice when installing ground wires on a tower for lightning protection? Answer: ensure that connections are short and direct. Question: what is required when climbing an antenna tower? Answer: all of the following choices are correct. Have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. Use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. Always wear an approved climbing harness. Question: under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? Answer: never. Question: which of the following is an important safety precaution to observe when putting up an antenna tower? Answer: look for and stay clear of any overhead electrical wires. Question: what is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy lines? Answer: prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. Question: what is the minimum safe distance from a power line to allow when installing an antenna? Answer: enough so that if the antenna falls, no part of it can come closer than 10 feet to the power wires. Question: which of the following is an important safety rule to remember when using a crank-up tower? Answer: this type of tower must not be climbed unless it is retracted or mechanical safety locking devices have been installed. Question: which is a proper grounding method for a tower? Answer: separate 8-foot ground rods for each tower leg, bonded to the tower and each other. Question: why should you avoid attaching an antenna to a utility pole? Answer: the antenna could contact high-voltage power lines. Question: which of the following is true when installing grounding conductors used for lightning protection? Answer: sharp bends must be avoided. Question: which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? Answer: local electrical codes. Question: what type of radiation are radio signals? Answer: non-ionizing radiation. Question: at which of the following frequencies does maximum permissible exposure have the lowest value? Answer: 50 megahertz. Question: how does the allowable power density for RF safety change if duty cycle changes from 100% to 50%? Answer: it increases by a factor of 2. Question: what factors affect the RF exposure of people near an amateur station antenna? Answer: all of the following choices are correct. frequency and power level of the RF field, distance from the antenna to a person, radiation pattern of the antenna. Question: why do exposure limits vary with frequency? Answer: the human body absorbs more RF energy at some frequencies than at others. Question: which of the following is an acceptable method to determine whether your station complies with FCC RF exposure regulations? Answer: all of the following choices are correct. By calculation based on FCC OT Bulletin 65, by calculation based on computer modeling, by measurement of field strength using calibrated equipment. Question: what hazard is created by touching an antenna during a transmission? Answer: RF burn to skin. Question: which of the following actions can reduce exposure to RF radiation? Answer: relocate antennas. Question: how can you make sure your station stays in compliance with RF safety regulations? Answer: by reevaluating the station whenever an item in the transmitter or antenna system is changed. Question: why is duty cycle one of the factors used to determine safe RF radiation exposure levels? Answer: it affects the average exposure to radiation. Question: what is the definition of duty cycle during the averaging time for RF exposure? Answer: the percentage of time that a transmitter is transmitting. Question: how does RF radiation differ from ionizing radiation, radioactivity? Answer: RF radiation does not have sufficient energy to cause chemical changes in cells and damage DNA. Question: who is responsible for ensuring that no person is exposed to RF energy above the FCC exposure limits? Answer: the station licensee.